Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with the day after Christmas version of Challenge Accepted. And I'm filming this before the day in anticipation of that, but I'm still doing a Christmas page, and it's going to be one page of a two-page layout. The second page is going to have a single photo on it from this collection of photos. This one fits the sketch that we've chosen, and so I'm going to go with this one for today, and I'll do the other one probably sometime after this, maybe before, and I might post it at the same time. But in any case, I'm using papers from the Bella Boulevard, and I'm forgetting the collection. It's one I've used on a couple other pages in my 12 days of Christmas scrap lifts. So I have no idea what it is, but you'll recognize the papers. In any case, I've kind of cut some things out. I did a layout yesterday where I was cutting out letters to make a outline cut file, and I have this 1H cut out of this paper, so I'm going to cover that up and use it anyway. What I like about this are the two bits of paper, kind of top and bottom, that kind of, ground it all. There's some things on the corners that I probably will, I will try to remember. And there's this polka dot paper, or it could be polka dot, dotty mixed media, kind of a little cluster over here. Something round, and they've got stitching, and I've got a doily, and my doily is my stitching cheat, and then a line of photos, and they've got 3, I've got 4, and some overlapping hearts and a title. So we'll see how close we can get to that. Let me put this aside. I hope that this will go together fairly quickly, because I've done a lot of the prep work. This red and white polka dot, I only get as far down as I can while still covering up that 8. Okay, that's good. And of course I've got some adhesive coming through the page. So I'm going to cut a bit of paper, typing paper, off here and stretch it across, and that should stop that from sticking to my surface. Okay, next bit will be, I'm going to add, in this there isn't a horizontal piece of paper, but I'm using one, because I kind of like those colors. I wanted to introduce that much color and that much contrast. So I'm going to kind of do this. I'm not going to cover it all up. This has Christmas trees, and this is all about the kids acting goofy at the mall Christmas tree in, I think, 2006. Barrett was 2. Katie was 4.5, and let's see, yeah, that works. Let me line it up on the polka dots here. I've matted this in red primarily because I wanted some of it to show at the bottom, and I wanted enough up at the top. That gives me just that little bit to cover that H, and that's kind of how goofy I am about that. This is a doily, a specialty doily that I believe I got in a Secret Not Secret in the Advent box last year. Let me I want it in a little and down a little from this column. So I don't want it so covered up that I can't put the title. The title I'm planning to use is the word sparkle, and it would look best if it were right there. But then I could actually have it overlapping. I'm not absolutely crazy about that, but I do think it shows up enough. Let me put a bit of foam behind this string of photos. Let's see, is it that? Oh, that whole length works. My main thing that I'm interested to try is this. I have trouble putting enamel dots or even Nuvo drops or sequins or anything, dots on a layout, so that in a natural way, so that they look scattered as opposed to placed. And I'm going to show you, hopefully my idea here will work. Let me get that. I think that's about as high as this can go and have that showing. Okay, that's good. I'm going to go ahead and glue the title on because I know that's where I want it to go. There's in this sketch, and it's, believe it or not, that's one of the reasons I picked this sketch. Okay, is that it has these, when a sketch has these little dots, I frequently interpret that to be ink spots. But for today's purposes, I'm actually going to let that determine placement of some enamel dots. So we'll kind of see what how that how that works. I've got some, before I get there, I want to do some of the major embellishing. I've got this Fa La La banner from this, let's see, is it labeled on the back? It is not, so the label is out there. I believe this is a crate paper collection, and I got it in a Mind to Scrap kit a couple years ago. I think I may have gotten another copy of it. I'm pretty sure I used everything out of it that year because I loved it. But I bought a warehouse box or a grab bag, and this was in it. And I was so happy to get another copy of it. I love this. It has the pink in it that she's wearing. The shirt that she's wearing is pink. And I've got it's got a nice large tree, and I like the idea of putting a tree right in here. So let me see if this tree is good for that. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. This tree has only pink ornaments. And of course we were going with a lot of red here. I think that's okay there, and I'm going to overlay some other things, but I'm going to take a It's a Sharpie. It's a Bic marker. It's an alcohol marker, and I'm gonna color some of these dots either completely or partly red. Might do the shadowing there, kind of sprinkle them around. Put some up here close to the top, some right there. That kind of gives me a little bit of a mix of colors in there, and it doesn't look overdone. Okay, so I didn't really need to throw that, did I? Okay, I've got this kind of bit of flare almost. It's a chipboard starburst. I'm going to put a little glue on it, and I'm going to try okay, get that on there, and maybe overlay a small star. Now I've got a box somewhere of stars. I keep embellishments that I have lots of different versions of the same type of embellishment, in this case stars. I keep them in these little boxes, and I have a carrier for the box. We got these gold stars in a Mind the Scrap kit once, and I loved them, so I found them somewhere. These aren't exactly like the ones we got, but they're kind of close enough. And they're sort of fabric. Okay. I'm thinking that's okay there. Let me do my little strips at the bottom and the top. I did one longer than the other. I think I cut one to 5 inches and one 4. And I have the glue, the adhesive overlapping there, so that's not too pretty. Okay, and diagonal stripes are perhaps my favorite paper pattern known to mankind. Okay, I'm going to try to center that again, kind of eyeballing, and I may do an embellishment. I've got this piece of chipboard, and I thought about putting it here. I think I will do that. I love this black and red Christmas plaid, and I don't have any pattern paper in that pattern, and it's really all the rage this year. I'm seeing it everywhere, except on my pages, because I'm using old stash. And so that's one place I do have it. Let's see what else I have. I have this kind of red and pink, and I apologize for how much trouble it is getting these pieces of chipboard out. And the sticky stuff on the back is just not, it's not working ideally. Let me put that there. And I think I have 2 other pieces. I do. And I'll maybe overlap one on the doily. Yeah, the sticky back is peeling off the cardboard. I'll do that, and then I'll add this smallest one. And I'm so happy to be killing this chipboard, because I love it, and I kind of, when I got a second chance at it, I I kind of hoarded it a bit. There we go. And I've got this big kind of gold glittery fa la la 1225 Holly Jolly and this little circle. I think those will go on another page. I can probably fit them all on the same page. So now let me see if I can do anything like the placement of these enamel dots. Let me get that brighter. First thing I want to do is over here where I have to have my overlapping hearts. So I'm going to choose one big one and then one kind of wonky one. These are Bella Boulevard hearts. And that's not actually they're exactly the same color. So it's not showing. So I think I'm going to do is take, yeah, that larger one is pretty much on there. I'm going to do one down underneath it on there so it shows up. Okay, let's do the dots. The reason I pulled my stars out originally is because down here at the bottom there are 3 dots and 2 stars. Up here we have 1 large dot, 2 medium size, and it looks like 2 small. So let's just kind of see where we go with this. I have a few of the colors in the on the page. Let's go up here at the top, and I'm going to go with 1 large navy blue. I'm going to do it kind of like this. Is that down low enough that you can see it? I'm going to put it down low enough so that I can see it, and hopefully you can too. I'm going to go with navy blue up here, and I think I'll use all navy blue. I may vary the colors when I do it down at the bottom. So we're going to go with the 2 center ones, the 2 medium-sized ones, and one of those is up here to the left of the header strip, and one of those is kind of right at an angle there. And then we have 2 tiny ones. One of the tiny ones is kind of up here, close to that. The other tiny one is actually tinier. Well, no, that one is the tiny one, the really tiny one. I'm going to go with this one, kind of goes at an angle here. Where that really tiny one was, I'm going to introduce a star. I'm going to take a really tiny star, and these stars are from a One Canoe 2 planner sticker book. So I love how those came out. So I'm actually going to keep this as kind of a tutorial on how to place dots. So down here, I think I'm going to go with red. I have 2 reds here. This one is definitely brighter. So I'll go, there's one large, 1 medium, and 1 small. And I've got that. The large I'll place first, kind of right here. And then the medium kind of goes a little bit up and to the right. And the small goes a little bit kind of to the left there, making a nice little triangle there. And now I'm going to add the same little stars, except I'll pick bigger versions. So this one is kind of part of that cluster. And then there's another one kind of up here. So I'll pick the other large-ish one. And I apologize I didn't run you through my selection process on stars. There are just so many different kinds in here, and colors and sizes and materials and so forth. I'm kind of questioning this one. It seems like there needs to be a third thing over here. And I may, the reason I'm looking through the stars now is I may pick a star to go here. I think I'll do that, this white wood star. It's, it makes that a cluster. It's not hiding anything but a few shoppers at Lenox Square Mall. Okay, I think I'm done. I have lots of room here for a journaling block, or for, because it's got lines of dots, I can probably do some just handwriting directly on there. But I like it, and I'll have to tell you that one of the things I like the best about it are these clusters of dots. So, fa la la, get out there and sparkle, or hope you had a sparkly Christmas, and a wonderful new year coming up soon. So, bye. Thank you for watching.